it, it's that new Chanel. Did that split, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now want them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put.
It's the National Football League, presented by EA Sports. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Buffalo Bills.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Taken in the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. All the pressure that goes on in these playoffs, but the first score here in the divisional round always very key.
Partner, this team handled it like it was a regular season game, that they were confident in what they were doing, came right out and established themselves early.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays.
Damn, man, big one thought I would have fucked up kickoff.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Takes this about 5 yards deep.
Let's get it. Come on, defense. Y'all already know it's popping. Time to wake up, baby. We alert. We alive. We ready to show the fuck out.
We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. They'll run on first down.
Clamp him up. Clamp him up, baby. Clamp him up.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he's brought down after a very nice game. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. They'll try the left side. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
And now they'll throw with Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 16 yards, a first down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here, too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 28 yards. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6.
Makes the score Bills 7, Colts 6.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Eason. Flushed out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Just 3 catches in the wild card victory for him a week ago, and now he's got his first here, and it's good for a 1st down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 44 yards. And the Colts are going to jump back in front.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. So nothing fancy there. That was just a fullback dive. Defensively, they were ready for it.
They were, and I think that surprised the guys on offense because handing it to the fullback, well, you don't do that very often, so that's a tendency breaker. And I think they just wanted to say, let's just get strong. As you said, nothing fancy. Move someone out of the way, let the big guy work. Didn't get it done, though.
At their own 22-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run.
I think he's going to go. They're going to get him. 30, 10. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Bills have once again taken the lead. And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Bills 14, Colts 12. Tyler Bass to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Eason sets to throw it. Got a man open. It's Ross. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. The give to Taylor. 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
The ball carrier.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Isis on second down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
On third down, Isis. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
10 at the 43-yard line.
Now a give, right side. Drummond. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He was taken down by DeForest Buckner. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Colts 35-yard line.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
14, Colts 12.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down at the Colts 29. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. So simple math here in the 1st half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time when they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points. Heavy rush, and down he goes.
That play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. second down. Here's Eason. And unsuccessful there, trying to dump it underneath. That bring up third down.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted.
You twist the fuck out of it.
There's no question who they're going to look to on third and long.
Oh,
But you
well.
can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get low to those guys on offense and find a way to roll through them or around them to get into the face of the pass.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again. Allen. They'll try to set up the screen. It's complete. And he will take it down across the 50 and the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be...
Bro, come on.
Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history.
Nigga missing tackles and shit, bro.
Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
The tackle made.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll try the left side. Drummond, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Allen now on 3rd and goal.
Man, come on. Oh, my God, boy. This game, man. Everybody run that same fake-ass seam route and catch the ball, bro. Come on, man. For real. Don't nobody do shit different in the game.
He's having a nice little first half for your partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Tremaine Edmonds on the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. At the 20.
Now a give right side. Copeland. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
On first down, and he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
He was brought down.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
A 4-yard pickup on the play.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
At the 46-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Off the bootleg, Eason. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To throw on 3rd down, Eason. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Going deep downfield for that's caught inside the 20. And he'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 4th down conversion.
Oh my fucking what? Oh. It's over with, bro. Fuck the game.
And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms.
This nigga was mine. This nigga went nowhere near the play.
Plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll run the option to start the drive. Quick throw here by Allen, complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Brings up 3rd down and 12.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Allen going to keep it. On 3rd down, Drummond. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
I might get out this shit. I ain't finna keep playing this shit.
A new set of downs. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts.
Hey, if anybody knows somebody want to take these team, they can have it damn team, bro. This shit ridiculous.
Right back to him on 1st down.
This shit ridiculous.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Made at the 24-yard line. It's now 2nd down.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. The kick by Bass is good. And that will do it for this first half. So it's on to halftime in this AFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional Round. Now this will make it into the end zone.
After the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12.
The tackle made.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And his throw here is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Allen going to throw. And he comes back with one complete.
Bruh, how do you beat this? How do you beat the game mayhem, bro?
And he's going to have the Bills 1st down as they're able to get
Cool.
the
I'm struggling again, bro.
A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20
Can't beat this nigga hand, man. No, I can't.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Safety won't even come down and pick. Man, come on, bro.
It's another 1st down as they
Man, lead a nigga wide open in the middle of the field.
19 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said, we've been run over, run around, run through all game long. Can we come up with one stop right here? And on that play, they did.
Nah, don't try to be nice to me now, man. Fuck you. Don't do bullshit again trying to be nice now.
Defense, they forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and
on second down. It's 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. A pickup of 5 that time, and a 1st down.
1st down, Colts.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this is going to be a Colts 1st down as the tackle made here at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, Eason. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the gun, it's Taylor. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level. Sometimes they'll break up a big run on his own.
They get certain niggas special abilities, dog.
Which gets you deeper into the secondary.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw on 2nd down, Eason. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
And 9 yards to go.
From the gun is Eason. Eluding the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A.J. Epinesa drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line.
Their own 14-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now, they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief, that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they get a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. They're going to snub this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So after the loss of 2, here's 2nd and 12 from the 23. Now Allen. He's got the connection over the middle of the Bills. He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st?
10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Allen. That's a screen pass. That's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They go play action here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. This one's incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. On play action, Allen.
Trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
And the Colts first down.
Here's Eason off the play fake. Open man is lost, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
25 yards. First down, Colts.
Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. His passes are intercepted. Turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting hit out of here.
And by the way, semantics here before the grammar plays come after me. I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
Here's Allen to throw it. He gets it left side of Johnson. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run on first down. Drummond, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage. With a flag down there to boot. So they may back up further. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To throw, it's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Allen to throw once more. His intended receiver. Third down here.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal at the Bills.
Looking to throw on second down. Eason to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
A gain of 2 yards. It's 4th and goal at the 2-yard line.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. Here's Eason to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. He will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further.
Colts 20.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think that might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now this time, Allen will throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
Can't beat Madden.
I like the way you said
Just can't beat Madden, boy.
The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They thought
I
it's been that
God, you
all
can't beat Madden.
afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Allen's throw is complete. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. they're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. They're getting this inside the 30. 23 yards to pick up there. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And he's out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now in the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's kept the defense so much on their heels. Got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy? And what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well.
And going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked up by Mark
at the situation. Sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
32-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for them, but after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. And it's
play action. It's Eason. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up here at 44. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills turn that interception into a touchdown.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. He's going to take this out of the back of the end zone. And that's going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse first now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They run the counter. Drummond. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 12 yards. And the Bills will move the chains.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make